Today we're going to talk about child slavery with chocolate. This video is going to make you feel guilty. I'm sorry. So yesterday, my wife comes back from Whole Foods with this big old chocolate bar. Here's a picture. And she says, yeah, it's kind of expensive, it's slavery free. And I say to her, slavery free? What do you mean slavery? There ain't no slavery with chocolate. Well, it's kind of similar to coffee beans. You know, all that fair trade stuff with coffee beans. Well, it has to do with child labor that's considered slavery. So this company, Tony's, makes this chocolate bar that's slavery free. And the way they do it is they pay the farmers extra money to agree to not have child slaves. Now look, this is not sponsored content. They're not paying me anything. I just didn't know about this. And it wasn't a surprise to my wife. She's known about it for nearly 20 years. It has to do with the harkin-engel protocol. So back in 2001, there was some documentary about it, and people got all angry and contacted their senators and their representatives, and some legislation to outlaw child labor chocolate in the U.S. for sale passed the House real easily. You see, things pass the House real easily because the lobbyists can't get to all the different members. Stuff just tends to pass. It dies in the Senate. So in the Senate, lobbyists convinced the senators not to go along with this obviously necessary legislation. People were outraged, and they ended up kind of compromising with the harkin-engel protocol. So it's got no bite to it. Every couple of years, the chocolatiers miss the deadline. There's still child slaves, and journalists will go on these farms and talk to these kids. They don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. They get food, they get cut up clothes, they get beaten if they don't do their work. And they've never had chocolate before, and they just say, yeah, I wish I could go to school and learn to read and write. And they're where they are because, you know, a parent died or they got stolen and sold for just a couple of bucks to these farmers. Now, it's not directly the farmers' fault. These farmers aren't getting paid very well, so they don't have enough money to pay legit adult workers. So the only way they can survive and keep their family farm is to buy child slaves, essentially. And then they let these kids go. They tell these kids, all right, you've paid your debt, before they're of an age where they can figure out, hey, we're the majority here. We could rise up and get this farmer and be free. So by the time they're young adults, they're let go, and they figure, oh, I got out of here, and they forget about it. But yeah, Tony's has this whole campaign, and look, the thing about Tony's I really like, they don't shy away from their mistakes. I think it was 2005, they had a hazelnut flavor, and some people came up to them and said, hey, you're supporting hazelnut slaves. They had no idea, so they resourced all their hazelnut from slavery-free sources. And just like coffee beans, there's slavery involved. And, you know, here in America, we're worried about, you know, just things that don't matter in comparison. This is a problem that costs no money to solve. If we just had a law that you could not buy in the U.S. slave chocolate, it would immediately go away. But lobbyists spend money from the big chocolatier companies so that they can make more profit. And they keep missing the deadline. This is not something they can self-regulate. So I'm going to actually write a letter to my senator, because this thing already passed the House. It's going to pass the House no matter what. It's the Senate where it's got to get through. Tony's has all sorts of social media stuff, and you can look on their website about it. All right, everybody have a great day.